After that painful conversation Somma had with Azubike, she walked back home in a state of confusion and tears. That night, Somma lay on her small bed, the events of the day playing over and over in her head like a broken record. She had believed Azubike loved her. How foolish she felt now. Thoughts of despair filled her mind. Maybe I should just end it all, she whispered to herself. But even in the depths of her despair, sleep finally claimed her. In her dream, she heard a familiar voice, soft and comforting. Somma, my daughter, be strong, do not be afraid. Madam Kele will take care of you. It was her mother's voice, clear and real as though she was standing right beside her. Somma woke up with a start, her heart pounding. Mama, she muttered into the darkness. She looked around the room, but of course she was alone. Yet the dream gave her a silver of hope, just enough to push through one more day. The next day, Somma didn't show up at work. Madam Kele, her boss and mentor, noticed Somma's absence. This girl, she's always so diligent. It's unlike her to miss work, Madam Kele muttered to herself. By mid-morning, the worry was too much to bear. Grabbing her purse, she decided to check on her apprentice. When she arrived at Somma's house, she found the poor girl sprawled on the floor, looking pale and feverish. Ah, Somma, what's going on? Madam Kele exclaimed, rushing to her side. Somma's skin was burning with fever. Without thinking twice, Madam Kele soaked a towel in cold water and placed it on her forehead. After some time, Somma regained her strength, her eyes fluttering open. Can you walk? Madam Kele asked. I think so, Somma replied weakly. Good, because you're coming home with me. You can't be staying here alone in this condition. Pack your things. And so they left for Madam Kele's house. At Madam Kele's house, Somma was treated like family. That evening, she was served a large bowl of steaming egusi soup with pounded yam. The aroma alone lifted Somma's spirit. Somma, finish this food though. You need your strength, Madam Kele said, watching her like a hawk to ensure she ate every last bite. Though Somma still felt lost, she was grateful. Her eyes watered, but this time they weren't tears of sorrow. Thank you, Ma, she whispered. Don't thank me, my dear. Just focus on getting better. And by the way, you are not staying here by yourself anymore. You'll be staying with me and Ozioma. Ozioma, Madam Kele's lively daughter, came home from school later that evening. Mommy, who is this? Ozioma asked, eyes wide with curiosity. This is Somma. She'll be staying with us now, Madam Kele announced. Ozioma grinned and welcomed Somma warmly. The two girls hit it off instantly, though Ozioma was too young to understand the burden Somma was carrying. And then Somma's pregnancy journey began, and it wasn't easy. She had severe morning sickness, and Madam Kele insisted she stopped coming to the shop until she felt better. Somma missed the shop, missed the rhythm of sewing, but she couldn't deny the belief of staying home and resting. Meanwhile, Azubike was living it up in Calabar. He had been posted to a firm where he worked in the accounts department. Calabar life was everything he had imagined. New friends, parties, and of course, beautiful women. One evening while dining at a restaurant, he spotted a stunning woman sitting alone. Azubike, the ever-charmer, approached her. Hello, beautiful. Can I join you? He asked with a smile that could melt butter. She smiled back. Of course. Azubike was in his element. He ordered a lavish meal with assorted meat and drinks. They ate, drank and laughed together. Later that night, she accompanied him home. But by the time the clock struck midnight, something strange happened. Azubike woke up to find the woman gone, vanished into thin air. Her clothes, shoes, everything had disappeared. Even the door, which he swore he locked, was still bolted from the inside. A cold shiver ran down his spine. Did I just sleep with a ghost? He whispered to himself, his voice trembling. The rest of the night was torturous. The fear gnawed at him. When morning came, he rushed back to the restaurant, but there was no sign of the mysterious woman. From that day, things started going downhill for Azubike. He couldn't focus at work, fainting on several occasions. His once vibrant life became a mess of confusion and fear. Months passed, and Azubike's mental state worsened. One afternoon, while walking aimlessly, he crossed paths with a madman. The madman stared directly into Azubike's eyes, unsettling him. Young man, the madman began, his voice calm. "You made a terrible mistake in life. Go back, find the woman and child you abandoned, and ask for forgiveness before it's too late." Azubike froze, his heart pounding. What? What are you talking about? But the madman simply walked away, leaving Azubike to stew in his own thoughts. That evening, Azubike called his parents from Calabar and confessed everything. His parents were furious. "Azubike, what have you done? You must find Somma and make things right," his father shouted over the phone. On the other side, Somma's life had changed for the better. She had given birth to a bouncing baby boy and named him Chimnonso, which means God is with me. The baby brought immense joy into her life. Madam Kele was her rock, helping her raise the child as if he were her own grandchild. Somma's dressmaking skills blossomed. Her son was her muse. She made the most beautiful outfits for him. People in the community couldn't help but admire her work, and soon enough, they were asking Somma to make clothes for their children too. Her business grew and she expanded from working in Madam Kele's shop to opening her own store. Somma had become a successful tailor with customers from all over the town. One day, Somma surprised Madam Kele with a gift. "Madam Kele, open it," Somma said, grinning. When Madam Kele opened the box, inside was a car key. "What? How?" Madam Kele stammered. "It's a small gift for everything you have done for me," Somma said, smiling shyly. "Small gift? This is not small, Lou," Madam Kele exclaimed, tears filling her eyes. She pulled Somma into a tight hug. A few weeks later, Azubike's parents showed up at Somma's door. They had been searching for her, and someone from Madam Kele's shop had finally given them her address. "Good afternoon, my dear. We are Azubike's parents," his mother said. Somma's heart skipped a beat, but she composed herself. "Please, we need to talk to you," his father added, looking ashamed. Somma insisted they speak with Madam Kele first, and they returned the next day. When they came back, Azubike was with them. He looked terrible, thin, pale, and full of regrets. He knelt before Somma, his head hung low. "Somma, please, I treated you wrong. I treated you horribly. Please forgive me." Somma, holding back tears, replied, "I forgave you long ago, Azubike, but I have moved on with my life." Azubike pleaded for another chance, but Somma stood her ground. "You can visit your son, but as for me, I don't want anything to do with you." Azubike continued to beg, and Somma thought about her son. Could she deny him the chance to know his father? After much thought, she decided to give Azubike a second chance for their son's sake. From that day on, Azubike's strange experiences stopped. He was reunited with Somma and their son. He even landed a prestigious job in Lagos, while Somma expanded her business to the city as well. And so, life moved forward. Somma had found success, love for her son, and peace, while Azubike learned the hard way that some mistakes, though forgiven, can never be forgotten. And so, my wonderful viewers, that is the end of the story. Do you think it was okay for Somma to give Azubike a second chance despite all he had put her through? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.